and that, hey, how's everybody doing? Hello, hello, hello. We are back here for a quick lightning news flash. We're going to be talking a little bit about the Glenn Hughes show and uh, and how that went. Enough's Enough opened up. There was a little bit of a surprise for me also while I was there. So uh, that I was expecting, it didn't happen. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. But you know what? First off, let's get started here. I haven't done this in a little while. So I was wondering what I should start off with here today. I think we're going to start off with a Yingling, a nice black and tan. And what better way to get it drunken? Dranken. Anyway, let's get hammered. Is in this. How about that? Flick of the switch, black and tan, and the black and white. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know how you guys felt about the Flick of the Switch album. Um, it was with the Vandas. They did that album. Mutt Lang wasn't working with them on that one this time. Um, I thought it had some great songs on it. Um, it's one of my favorite AC/DC albums, but as far as like the Brian Johnson days, but you know, uh, everybody's got a probably a nice firm opinion on their favorite AC/DC albums. We may have to go through that here sometime. I know I could definitely have a guest on for that one. I'm working on working with a friend of mine who's been on the show before, Mike, and then now our new friend Anthony White as well, who works with Mike as well. Um, and I have a series of shows. That's a cool idea. I think I'm going to be bringing that to you soon. It's just, I think I need some of this. Mm. Yeah, maybe I need a lot of it. That's good stuff. That is very good stuff. All right. So let's get started here. Let me pull up the info that I have on our Glenn Hughes show. So it was over at the Wildey Theater, and that's right over from St. Louis over in Edwardsville. Uh, and so they have lots of really, really cool bands there. In fact, I'll tell you what, why don't we do this? I've got so many windows. You ever have so many windows up because, oh, and man, do I ever have something weird to tell you guys too. Um, you ever have so many windows up because you're just like, oh, I don't want to lose that. Or, I mean, you could do whatever you needed um, to save it or whatnot, bookmark it, whatever. But still, they just stay there because you're like, nope, I'm right where I want to be. All right, um, so let's take a look at the Wildey Theater, shall we? It's a really great venue. It's a very nice stage, great, just a really nice, good sized stage. And come on now. And it's very intimate. They don't have a ton of seats there. Um, but here's okay. I'm going to be getting a hold of them on this one because Angel is going to be there. They added a second night. Now, here's the deal. Original band members Punky Meadows and Frank Domino reunites with Felix Robinson. So one of the earlier members, not an original member, but one of the early members of the band is going to be there. That's going to be in April 5th. So it's my understanding probably April 4th is the original show, but I'll let you know. Anyway, some of the other things that they have there, this might take me a second. They do show films there as well. So like sing-along films, like they have Singing in the Rain, they're going to have there. They have a lot of tribute bands that show up. They have Brooklyn Charmers, and they are the music of Steely Dan. Um, let's see here. Let's see. They have Art of Fashion. They have Anthology, which is an Allman Brothers tribute band. They're going to have 2 nights there. Angel, yes, April 5th and 6th. So that's going to be cool. I'm going to have to find out about that. Maybe I'll have Frank and Punky on before that. Maybe Felix will join us too. Here's another great one. If you're out there and you're in the local area, they have Billy the Kid, which is the Billy Joel tribute, and that's my friend uh, John that does that. So it's wonderful, and so that is going to be two shows. That's April 12th and April 13th. That's Friday and Saturday, and then following that, a little ways after that, and what is that, like I don't know, 2 weeks later, they're gonna have Black Magic, which is a Santana Supernatural 25th anniversary. Hartsfield's gonna be there. Jim Messina will be there live. Then my friend John Gore is going to be back because he also does an Elton John tribute called Dogs of Society. They're going to be there on May 17th and 18th. That is a Friday and Saturday night. Nectar is going to be there for 2 nights, 2 shows. They'll have a 2 o'clock and an 8 o'clock. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else we have. Roger McGuinn is going to be there. So, as well. So check that out. Wildey Theater. I'll see if I can put that. I'll put the link down here for you guys, and you can go and check that out. It's really, really an outstanding place to see a concert. Casey, what's up? What's your stew? I know I have to get going on that because I'm really eager to do my cooking with Claudia, and we got to come up with a stew because I want to start eating it. I love stew. All right, so the Wildey Theater. So yes, Angels coming. Felix Robinson. That's pretty damn cool. I'm excited about that. So we do have some unboxings to do as well, but let's get back to this show and our information about Glenn Hughes. So Glenn Hughes is doing the classic Deep Purple live tour, where mainly he's focusing on the Burn album. So it's a great set, and there's a lot of jamming going on and lots of great vocals. Glenn still, if you're into Glenn Hughes, you know that he's all over it vocally still. And this is a guy who, know it or not, over the years has done about every style of singing, from soul and R&B style to rock, pop, metal. He can do it all. And he does such a great job on this tour. The band is smoking. It's just a killer band. So if you have a chance, even if you're over in Europe and you have a chance to see them, see it. It's good stuff. I'm just trying to see if I can find the Glenn Hughes dates that are still happening right now. Here's the tour. Let's see, tomorrow. There it is. Tomorrow they're in Fort Myers. Fort Myers, cool. And then they're going to Melbourne, Florida, Miami, Florida, Miami Gardens, and then they're going to go to Germany. So he's going to be over there, and I'm not sure who's going to be working with him on that. But the April 5th through the 10th, they're on the Blue Cruise 2024. So they have the Monsters of Rock cruise. That's going to be March 2nd through the 7th. That's what takes off from Miami. And let's see here. The Hamburg, and then they have a few Germany gigs. They have a couple of Poland gigs, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Hungary, Germany, back in Germany, Switzerland, more Germany. Wow, lots of Germany ones. There you go. Zoetermeer in the Netherlands. They're going to be there. Austria, Italy. Wow. Lots of great shows over there. Oh, they're playing Bulgaria. I have a friend of mine from there, and Greece and Spain. And then they're here in Missouri. That's pretty cool. With Mickey Thomas, Molly Hatchet. I was wondering about Molly Hatchet, Pat Travers Band, and Head East. Damn. I might have to see about checking that out. It's not too far away. So anyway, yeah. So there you go. But check out this Glenn Hughes show. Here are the songs that he played. They opened up with Stormbringer and then played Might Just Take Your Life, which I played that for years with my friends in a band called Yeti Lee. Also, we played it, I suppose, actually, we played it in our other three-piece band too. Great song. If you've never heard Might Just Take Your Life. Interesting story about that song. I went to a music store and we were going to record that song. And then we went in, we sound checked, and we were doing this whole new system. I can't remember the brand name now. I don't know why. I can't think of it. But anyway, it was a recording system. It was a studio system where you could plug in, put on your headphones, and hear everything just through the headphones, right? And my friend Mike Canning was doing the Presonus. That's what it was. He was doing the clinic, which I didn't know was a clinic. I thought we were just going to go out there and record it. So we get in there, we sound check, and then we go out in the lobby, and I find a 5-string Yamaha bass, which she's still my girl right now, as far as my 5-string is concerned. And and I see people keep coming in, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and be ready to go." And then so people are coming in, they're like, "Yeah, we're here for the clinic," and they're like, "Yeah, it's at 1:00." And that's when he told us to come back. So after a few people were coming in and saying that, I'm like, oh dear Lord, we're not just recording that. I'm the clinic. I'm playing for the clinic, which meant it was to me, it was kind of weird. I mean, I was still pretty young as a musician, and it was wild because all I thought they can hear is us plucking away and the drummer thumping just on the pads because it was electronic kit. And then then we go wailing these vocals, so it's like, wah, pling, pling, plunk, 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 and then it's whoa. So it's really cool though. Great song. Thank you very much. That's great. All right. Good. I don't know how long you got to drive, but be safe and hopefully you'll get to catch it all. So opening with those two songs, then Sail Away, of course. I caught most of Sail Away. I missed Might Just Take Your Life because I was out in the lobby talking with Chip's Enough and the guys from Enough's Enough. But I came in during Sail Away, and You Fool No One came up next with a guitar solo and Highball Shooter with a drum solo, which was amazing. Which also then there's a little snippet of the mule, and then there's Mistreated, Getting Tighter. I love that song. We used to play that song as well. You Keep Moving On, or you Keep On Moving. Sorry, You Keep On Moving, and then they did Highway Star and Burn as the encore. So it was a great show. Like I said, it was February 7th, Wednesday night. And it was just really a lot of fun. It was great to see him playing, and wish I could have had a chance to talk to him, but I figured that wasn't going to happen. But hopefully we'll have him on the show, and that'll be awesome. Now, Enough's Enough played before that. I'm not super majorly familiar with all of their catalog, but I did. I don't know if I showed this or not before. And I think, where did I put it? I gotta remember where I put it. Bum, 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 bum. I thought it was right here. Maybe not. Anyway, I purchased their greatest hits is what I got. They had a greatest hits album of vinyl, so I bought that, and then I may have shown you that already, because then I got the drum head as well. So that was pretty cool too. And I got a little something for a friend of mine who helped me out on the show not long ago when Chip was on. So I got to get that over to him. And okay, 23 minutes or so. Okay, cool. All right, let's move fast. No, just kidding. So an interesting time. And I came in a little late because here was the surprise that I was dealt when I got there. I keep picking some tunes. I'll find things just off the cuff and I'm listening to it. I'm going, this would be great for my band. So then I will put it into the playlist, which is the Edge of Blue Vault, right? Well, that was the case with Bad Marriage. I found one of their songs and I'm like, well, this is a cool band. It's a newer band and we can definitely play this in the band. So I had a few things that I had chosen of theirs and they were supposed to be opening the show, but the Wildey not only really it never books 3 bands, but it will book 2 sometimes, but they really prefer to book 1 band, especially if it's you heard who they hire. You know, they'll book like Nectar, Angel, you know, Wishbone Ash, McGuinn, you know. So it's Andy Summers was there from the Police not long ago, and so they'll do that. Carl Palmer was there with a band not long ago. So they'll do that. They'll book the 1 band because they can get everybody in early. It's an easy thing to book on a weeknight. And those of us who are working or of a certain age don't want to be out too late. So that's just the way it goes. Sometimes the most rockerist people don't always want to be out all night long. So anyway, it's especially with so many of the shows that in the past have kind of gotten out of hand. Like I remember going to see Cinderella and it was postponed at one point and then they rescheduled. We went and then they had 3 bands opening. So Cinderella didn't even hit the stage until like 10 o'clock or 10:30. And I'm like, oh dear Lord. So that was ridiculous. So there's been there's a situation where you just get fed up. And especially if you don't like the bands that opened up, you know, there was a couple bands that night that I did not enjoy. And that's okay. It's just, I didn't enjoy it. So that's what happens. You don't want to get stuck watching these shows all night long that are things you don't want, just to hear the one band that you want to hear. I did see a band I think they were out of Joliet, Illinois, called Sync, and that's been decades ago now. But that was a great 3-piece band. I think they played that night opening for Cinderella, maybe. So anyway, so we also have some unboxings. Now, I'm going to go ahead and couple. I said about a multiplicity thing, and our unboxing is a multiplicity. Okay. So, so what makes it kind of crazy is I got on Amazon and this week, who are we talking to this week? I'm going to turn this camera a little bit this way and you can see I have 3, which, I don't know if I want to show this. It's snarky. They did it at the record store when I found this vinyl. I found these 2. So I have there's multiple multiplicities going on here today. All right. So here I got 2 copies of this. They had 2 copies. I bought them both. And of course, one of them says Emerson, some other guy, and Palmer. Well, it's not just some other guy. It is Robert Barry. And this was Robert back in the day there doing 3. And here they all are there. Okay. There's the late, great Keith Emerson and Mr. Carl Palmer from the awesome Asia days and Emerson, Lake and Palmer. So I was very, very happy to have found these vinyls. And then 6x6 came out, which that's what we'll be talking about tomorrow. There it is, 6x6. The first album came out in 22. Was it 22? And it could have been 23. We're going to need the thing, man. That's what we're going to need. Yeah, 22. It's on Inside Out Records, and you can get it out there. In fact, it was on sale And it's for like, I don't know, it's 11 something maybe. But here's the weird thing. So I thought the other day, I thought, what the hell? I wonder if it's on vinyl. I never really knew whether this was on vinyl or not. Here's the three gentlemen right here. This is Robert Barry here. Nigel Glockler, if you're a Saxon fan, that's their drummer. And then Mr. Ian Crichton, who is the guitar player for Saga. Fantastic setup of guys here. And so I got to thinking, do they have that on vinyl? Well, I went on Amazon. Now, this is going to freak you out here. This is what really killed me. This is weird because I'm going to check it right now. Now, 6x6, they have a brand new album coming out. It's called Beyond Shadowland. All right. And you can pre-purchase it right now. They have vinyl is $40 for that. And the CD is $16. So you can order those. Now, I went on to see if they had the vinyl, right? So I'm going to go to my orders right now. And I suppose I could have brought this up. Now, this album, this vinyl has been fluctuating like a frickin' mad dog, right? Up, down, up, down. So the other day when I'm looking for it on vinyl, it was in a down moment. And I was like 50% off. It was $16, 16 and a half, whatever. So I picked up a few copies of it. I was like, boop, 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 there, send it. So, so then the next day I thought, you know what, maybe I'll get a couple more of those and give them as gifts. Went back, $30, right? So I'm like, oh. So then I checked again later that day and it was down to $18. So I picked up a couple more. Then it went back up to 30 and it stayed around there for a long time. The percentages, you know how the percentages go. It's like 8% off. Then it was like 5% off. So it was a little over 30. And then it was 9% off. Then today I went on checked on. I checked on it. It was 50 some percent off. So it was $15, the cheapest yet. So I picked up 2 more copies. But right now, but then after I purchased it, I just thought, you know, what the heck? I'll just go back and check it again. Back up to 11% off at $29. Oh my God. So it's like jumping back and forth. Let's see. What do they have? They have, you know, a lot of times I'll tell you how many copies they have. 7 left. That's because there was 9 when I bought today. So I told my brother, I said, you'll see your birthday present show up on the show. He's coming to visit sometime soon here. So and actually he's going to be on the show with me. So we'll have Robert Barry this Wednesday and we'll be talking mainly about 6x6 and this whole, the whole process behind the second 6x6 album. So that's pretty much what we'll be talking about. But then my brother will be in town and I'm going to have him on. I'm going to mention him here in just a minute again. But so it was crazy. So keep an eye on that 6x6. It's a wonderful album. And if you're a prog rock fan, you're going to love it. If you're a rock and roll fan, there's a lot on there you'll love too. It's just good straight ahead, great mix, that kind of stuff. I can't wait to hear how the vinyl's going to sound. So anyway, so keep an eye on that because there's 7 left and it just keeps going up and down. So keep your eye out. Put it up there and have them alert you when it changes, the price. Let's get back here and see. All right. So let's get started with these unboxings. But first, like they always say on TV, but first, so good. All right, where to start? Let's go here. We have a box first. Let's get our. What did I do with it? There it is. No, that's not it. I have unorganized myself. I don't know what I did with my knife. This is terrible. Where's Pete when I need him? Pete would never lose a knife. I must have taken it somewhere else. I'm so smart. All right. Well, we'll just go this way. And then later on, I'll look in there, and there will be my knife. That's the way it works, right? Either that or you lose something and you buy it again, and then only so you can find your other one. Oh, hey, I don't know if I told you guys. I lost my other misplaced my other headphones. I just found them the other day. It was great. They were right where I thought they were. So let's get this open and see what we've got. I've been bumping into a few different things lately to order, and oh, look at this. This is getting ready for the grandkids. If you look out there on Amazon, there are tons of these. I don't know if I think I'm in love with that. It's got a ding in it. I'm going to have to tell them about that. Maybe they'll send me a new one. Wow, this is kind of... Yeah. Yeah, what the... It's got a schmutz on it. What the fuck? Gross. Anyway, this is going back or whatever. So it's the Beatles. They're golden books, though. Look at that. But look at it. It's got a schmutz on there. I don't know if we can see it. I don't know if you can see it. But it's got a ding in it right there. So it's going back. And then there's a schmutz right there. You can see it right on John's head. It's right there on his head. Oh, my God. Judas Priest. I didn't even want to know what that is. Well, that didn't go well. Thanks. Oh, geez. Good to know they're wiping their nose with your stuff. We got a little envelope next before they ship it off. What do we have here? It's on. Oh, I know what this is. So we were talking about it on Go Game Go the other night, and we were talking about Super Monkey Ball because it showed up in the on the Direct, the Nintendo Direct. So I got on Amazon and I was checking it out. They had Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania for the PS4, so I picked it up. So I am really eager to check this out. I have never played one of these games, and I've recently gotten my other display up, so I will be getting hooked up to do some streaming of some games, just like my buddy Jeff, my partner in crime. All right, now let's see how gorgeous these are. All right, so there's our big box. Let's hope there's no boogies on this stuff. Good Lord. I'm like, that's disgusting. Why they gotta do that? Oh, I don't even need a knife for this one. Just hook the fingers. I love the sound of that. Okay. I wonder if there's anything else in here. Might this be the vinyl or... Oh, yeah, they've got them. Cool. Uno, dos, tres. You see? Just like pizzas. Pizza. Pizza sounds good. Because pizza is good. All right, let's see how gorgeous this thing looks. All right. There we go. Uno. One vinyl, 6x6. The debut album of heavy rock band 6x6, featuring Robert Barry, who was in 3, Emerson, Barry, and Palmer, and then Ian Crichton from Saga, Nigel Glockler from Saxon. I cannot talk right now. It's on 180-gram gatefold LP. Let's check the edges. That's what I always did, checking the edges. 6x6 looks great. Looks fantastic. All right, I'm going to open one. You guys want to open it with me? Let's do that, because we need to do that. Because that's one of the reasons why I bought multiple copies, because the price was so crazy good that I could do that. Look, no, that's not it. Damn, I thought that was my knife. It is not. All right. I'm sure you guys are as baffled as I am where my knife is. Come on. Ah, the days of taking the plastic off the vinyl. Does anybody else miss that? I'm sure you do. I am sure you do. Here we go. That's the spot. The songs on this record, and maybe I might do a quick run through with Robert tomorrow on Wednesday of these songs, and have him give us a little background on each of the songs before we move into this new record. That way you guys can have a good understanding. I love doing that. I hope you guys like that. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if that's something you dig. All right, so here we go. Now, when this is promoted on Amazon, it's talking about 3 discs. It's like the first set of songs on one disc, the second set of songs on the second disc, and then it says a third disc with everything on it. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means a digital copy, but it says disc. So I was like, am I going to open this and it's going to have a disc inside? So I don't know. So let's take a look. We're going to open this up, and now I'm going to do it take it nice and easy. Okay, so there you go. All right, so hold on. All right, so it's just a gatefold. We have one more inside. Wow, that. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. I'm a little confused. I haven't bought a lot of brand new vinyl. Look at that. This is a nice thick piece of vinyl. And there you go, 6x6. And there you go. All right. So yeah, so this is the regular vinyl. It's half the record on one side and half of it on the other. And it comes in a black sleeve. I've never seen one of those. That's really nice. I like these. These are slick. I'm gonna have to see if I can buy something like this for any of those albums that you need a new one. All right, so I guess. All right, so it's got credits in there, and then let's take a look here. Oh, it does. Oh. Okay. You know, I don't think I mentioned it to you guys before, but I look a little different these days. Look at that. Okay, hold on. That's not all. Wait, there's more. Oh, that's fun. Cool photo in here. And they have all the lyrics. This is a, just double check. Yeah, so this is a lyric sheet. It's got a photo of the band with some credits, and then it's got all the lyrics. That's pretty cool. And there you go, a whole lyric sheet. All right. So it's got that. Now hang on. Wait, there's more. So the description isn't exactly right on Amazon, but what I perceived was correct. Look at that. You do get the CD inside. That's pretty cool. Comes in a sleeve. That is fantastic. So, yeah. Wow. What a cool package. That is great. And that's what she said. So here we go on the inside. The big layout. Nigel Glockler, Ian Crichton, Robert Berry, and there's pictures of each of them there. I found this picture on the internet as well. And of course, this one. They have a couple of versions of this video, of this photo. So anyway, the song's Yearning to Fly. That was one of the very first videos that they put out. China, Reason to Feel Calm Again. The upside of Down, Casino. And then side B is Live Forever, The Last Words on Earth, Skyfall, The Battle of a Lifetime, and Save the Night. So really, really cool. All right, well, let's put this back together, shall we? A little bit of it at a time, shall we? Looking forward to doing another trivia show too. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Lance Jennings, you madman! You got any good information for me? Hello, says Lance. Thank you very much. Hit that like button. Do subscribe. It would be great. I've got plenty of great ideas coming and things that I want to do. And there's so much to do. Let's put the CD back inside too. And now we can put this one on the shelf. That's a beautiful thing. Yay. It's exciting. So it is what I thought. Got the CD inside. Multiple copies there. And then look. It's another box. It's another box. On this date in 85, Cyndi Lauper won the Grammy for the Best New Artist. Thank you. She is a rock and roller, I'll tell you. She's a pop star, but she's a rock and roller. I have a book that I'm going to just start putting some videos together for everybody to watch, based, off of some of the information that I've gotten out of those books. So it's pretty cool. And then I can't wait to have him on soon. We're going to have a gentleman on who's got a book called MTV Famous, and his name is Pete Emick, and he will be on hopefully soon. So here we go. 2 more pizzas. Oh my gosh, this is exciting. Yeah, so keep an eye open on this 6x6 vinyl, because it goes, like I say, it's fluctuating on those last 7. Get them before I do. No, I think I'm done. I think. Because it does make a great gift. This is a great album. Yep, there you go. Still looking good. Still looking good. There you go. Remember, 6x6. All right. So I'll put that one over here so I can get that one. I'll keep one so I can have it autographed. I would love to do that. So, I think that is it. Did you guys, here's a question for anybody out there. Did you know what? Now that I can do this, I should probably bring that up. So did anybody ever keep these? I always kept these. I still have some really cool stickers from my old albums, like Judas Priest and Iron Maiden and Aerosmith. I have a couple of them from Aerosmith, I think. I have one from one of their albums that, I don't know, it rarely gets talked about, but I love it. We mentioned it between me and Anthony White. We were talking about Aerosmith, and we mentioned Rockin' a Hard Place. That's the one that had, I always get the names mixed up. Jimmy Crespo and, oh, come on. I just had that. And Jimmy DeFay. Maybe it's Jimmy Crespo and Billy DeFay. I get them mixed up all the time. I could reach back there and find out. I could look on the internet and find out. Why don't I do that? That would be smart. So, Rock in a Hard Place. I really like that album a lot. And here we go. Rock in a Hard Place. So here's a little background on it. Rockin' a Hard Place is the 7th studio album by American hard rock band Aerosmith, released on August 27th, 1982. It was on Columbia Records. It was certified gold on November 10th, 1989. Wow. It is the only Aerosmith album not to feature lead guitarist Joe Perry following his departure from the band in 1979. Rhythm guitarist Brad Whitford also left during the recording in 1981. The band spent $1.5 million on the recording of this album, which saw them reunited with producer Jack Douglas. So Aerosmith had released 6 studio albums during the 1970s, but as the decade concluded, multiple problems arose. Joe Perry had left the band in 79 after incidents at the World Series of Rock in Cleveland, Ohio. He was replaced by Jimmy Crespo. There you go. And okay. All right. Meanwhile, Steven Tyler's drug abuse increased. After recording the single Lightning Strikes, Brad Whitford also left in 81 and was replaced by Rick Dufay. Is Rick's, not Billy. So Rick Dufay. That's right. Jimmy Crespo, Rick Dufay. Hopefully I'll never forget that. When the recording of the album was finally complete. So guitarist Dufay recalls the difficulty in completing the album in a 2008 interview. They tried to make that album for 2 years, but Steven couldn't finish stuff, and they had trouble with their original producer. But once they got Jack and me on board, we were just pushing it. When we went down to Florida, Steven was way too fucked up to do anything. He was nodding off when he was trying to write lyrics, and I said to Jack that we had to get him out and get him together. It took about 2 or 3 months, and we pretty much nursed him back to health. We got him off the hard stuff, sat in the sun, and had some laughs, and I established a bond with him. It's pretty well documented on the Behind the Music show. He was pretty sick, and I just took care of him and even had to wipe his ass for him. Wow. Wow. That's commitment from your guitar player. An outtake from the album titled Riff and Roll was released on their 1991 box set, Pandora's Box. So there you go. I don't know. It's talking about its critical reception. Lamented in Rolling Stone how the band had decided to maintain their old sound on this album despite new heavy rock, fast power chords had made Aerosmith's bluesy boogie almost obsolete. It doesn't matter. If it's still great, it's still great. Because that album, the funny thing about that album is Joe Perry wasn't there, and then Brad Whitford wasn't there. But I think with Steven Tyler there, he just really kept its Aerosmithy-ishness and was Aerosmith-esque. But I think there was still plenty of Aerosmith balls in that album, I thought. Lightning Strikes is a great, great song. They even did a video on it. Not that I'm going, yeah, watch the video. It's one of the greatest things you've ever seen. Not that I'm going to tell you that, but the album though, it's got great songs. Jailbait, Lightning Strikes, Bitches Brew, Bolivian Ragamuffin is like that, going back to those older styles of music that Steven Tyler loved doing. Cry Me a River is a beautiful take on that song, I thought. And then it has kind of the predecessor to Janie's Got a Gun, where they have this kind of intro piece, and then it goes into Joni's Butterfly, which I think is a great song. Rockin' a Hard Place, Cheshire Cat, that's a great song. The Jig Is Up is a great song. Push Comes to Shove it's not one of my favorite songs on the album, but it's a great way out. The writers are Steven Tyler and Crespo and Richard Supa co-wrote on one of them. And then Cry Me a River is, of course, it's an old standard. And then Jack Douglas even had a hand in Joni's Butterfly in writing that one. So And then Push Comes to Shove is a Tyler tune, along with the prelude to Joni. That's what it was. So from Joni to Janie, take one letter out, and they're sisters. So yeah, Steven Tyler, lead vocals, keyboards, harmonica, percussion, piano on Push Comes to Shove, he was a producer of the album too. Maybe that song. Jimmy Crespo, lead and rhythm guitar, backing vocals, additional vocals on Bitches Brew. Tom Hamilton on bass, Joey Kramer on drums, and Rick Dufay on rhythm guitar. Okay, so Rick Dufay on rhythm guitar. All right. So yeah, just trying to see if there's anybody else that was, sometimes you check out these albums like Foreigner 4, produced by Mutt, and it was their fourth album. It was their fourth album. They pared down to 4 people in 1981. It's great record. But it had Thomas Dolby doing keyboard sequencing on there. So it's kind of interesting, all the people that work on these albums. It's kind of cool. All right. I think that's going to do it for us. This has been a little bit longer than I thought, but that's all good. And then we'll be back on Wednesday talking with Robert Berry. In the meantime, I got my other display up, so I'm hoping that I can get back to my gaming here and streaming some of that for Go Game Go. In the meantime, have a really wonderful evening and a great rest of the week, because it's worthwhile. Have a good one, folks. Take it easy and all the best. We will see you on Wednesday for our regular 4 o'clock time frame with Robert Berry. Take it easy, folks.